Doomsday. Welcome back, my broskies. That's right, today we're going to watch some PewDiePie. I do love a bit of Pewds. I am a fan myself. So word on the YouTube streets is that Pewds is going around telling everyone the world's about to end. And a little nerdy told me that he's actually done some math in a recent video. So, you know, I'm going to be all over that, like Pewds on a meme. Let's have a look. Huge thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. There's a link down in the bio. The first 1,000 people to use this link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. This channel is all about discovery, curiosity, and learning cool things, and Skillshare is just another way in which you can take your curiosity even further. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and just get lost in creativity. There's videos on topics like physics, anime, YouTube video making, and just about everything else. There are classes for all skill levels that will fit any schedule. It's curated specifically for learning, so that means there's no ads and they're always launching premium new classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. A subscription is less than $10 a month. I recently took a class by Olaf de Floor called Learn Indie Filmmaking. Basically learned how to make a short indie film, so I think that's pretty cool. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out the link in the bio. Only the first 1,000 get the free trial membership. Let's get back to the video.
That group. So basically, same thing. Are you falling asleep? This is interesting, okay?
Is it just me, or is Edgar not the most relatable student ever?
We are with 95% certainty the last 95% of humans to have ever lived within that group. So basically, same thing. Are you falling asleep?
I love how he's just casually talking about our extinction to his dog.
If Edgar can understand, anyone can understand. Us plus times 1,000, and this becomes 1,000.
I studied math, physics, stats for years, and I can confirm safely that all of that just went over my head. Didn't he say if Edgar can understand, anyone can? Here I am, a physicist struggling to follow.
So if we assume our fractal position f is evenly distributed here.
PewDiePie has more math in his videos than I do.
Today we're going to calculate the end of the world, our doomsday, with maths. Yeah. At the end of the day, is this using probability? And there are...
This is someone's comment. Not gonna lie, it's my third day watching it. I feel sleepy after 2 minutes. I'll pause, sleep, and resume the next night. This is why I don't show math in my videos. I'm worried this will happen. People will watch for 20 seconds and be like, no, that's it, I'm out. I'm gonna head out.
If we wanted to calculate the probability for... You're the worst. Okay, I'm trying to explain this.
Well, there you go, guys. PewDiePie is more of a nerd than me. On one of his physics exams, he scored highest out of 200 students. What the hell? Guy's probably better at physics than me. Jesus. 1v1 me, Pewds. Let's go. You've got all these YouTube boxes around. Let's have a physics death match. No, I'm kidding. That would be terribly boring and just be the worst video ever. Actually, this could be pretty fun. We could do like a calculation contest where we try to calculate really weird things, and whoever gets the closest wins. How much time you spend in your life urinating, the force of a carrot falling at terminal velocity, how rich is Harry Potter, the probability of Norway's existence. You'd be surprised, you can actually get pretty close with some of these calculations. If that sounds like a good idea to you, help me out. Try and get this video in front of Pewds, tag it in his PewDiePie Reddit, shoot it to him on Twitter, you know, help me out. Like and subscribe. Do whatever you got to do. Let's make it happen.
If you imagine 2 boxes, they all have balls inside them that are numbered. One box has 100 balls inside.
Damn, don't talk about balls in front of Edgar. Edgar's just thinking, yeah, I used to have those. These 2 little stones got cut, the poor little fella.
So 15,200 years we have left to live, Edgar, with 95% certainty. What do you think of that? Yeah?
So let's quickly summarize how Pewds just gave us this really genius insight. So basically all he's done here is pull a bunch of numbers, make a bunch of baseless assumptions, and voila! We have an arbitrary answer of when the world will end. I don't think we have much chance of making it out of this century, let alone 15,000 years.
It's kind of cool that we can calculate our doomsday That's kind of epic, right? And divided by n, evenly distributed. But what we can do to make it a little easier, are you getting bored? To make it a little easier for us.
This video just would not be the same without that dog, eh? It'd be probably pretty boring. Damn. My videos must be pretty boring. Maybe I should get a pug. Just bring him in all my videos.
Please, please. This is important. And we know, with 95% certain accuracy...
Pewds seems so excited for the end of the world. I'm not gonna lie, when I was young, I used to... Maybe I'm just like a psychopath or crazy, but I used to always want something big to happen, like a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion. Obviously, that's not good. A lot of people would suffer, and that's not good.
Yes. He uses the Bayes theorem, which is a actually really cool probability math equation.
Wow, I never expected to hear the words Bayes theorem here.
99.9% sure that we are gonna get a quick doomsday instead of a late doomsday.
I hope you're all feeling prepared for this doomsday. It's coming to a place near you. So these doomsday arguments are actually real things, and they're put forward by astrophysicists, cosmologists, and they use the anthropic principle, anthropic reasoning, and they also use Bayes' theorem. So rather than explaining that, you can just go watch PewDiePie's video because he does a pretty good job of it. Or I'll link in the description a really good version by a much better physicist than me on PBS Spacetime. And so he basically explains all that. So I'd rather just tell you a couple things about Bayes' theorem and the anthropic principle. You got to be careful whenever you hear Bayes' theorem because a lot of people misunderstand it and they use it to promote superstition, pseudoscience. There's a lot of wacky stuff out there, so be careful. The most dumbed down version of it is initial belief plus new evidence equals new and improved belief. So it's basically a method for calculating the validity of beliefs based on the best available evidence. And a really cool application of Bayes' theorem is something called quantum bayesianism. So I can tell you a bit about that. Now, I've mentioned the interpretations of quantum mechanics before on this channel, and they all basically surround the wave function and how it collapses. And this quantum bayesianism kind of swims alone on this one. It's kind of way out there. All the other interpretations have something in common. They treat the wave function as if it's part of objective reality, shared by multiple observers. Whereas cubism treats the wave function as if it's part of a description of one observer's subjective knowledge. Pretty awesomely, it actually resolves all quantum paradoxes, but not at the insignificant cost of everything we might call reality. But, you know, at the end of the day, maybe what quantum mechanics has been trying to tell us all along is that there's no such thing as objective reality, and objective reality is just an illusion. But I will tell you, I don't like this, don't like it one bit. Not a fan. The potential for Bayes abuse, as I like to call it, begins with this. The probability of B, your initial estimate of the probability of your belief, often called the prior. In many cases, this prior is simply guesswork, and it allows subjective factors to creep into calculations, which basically destroy their accuracy. You might then be guessing the probability of things like strings, multiverses, inflation, God. So you can see how then you might begin to cite dubious evidence. Bayesians often claim that their methods can help overcome confirmation bias and basically just give more accurate results. But I have my doubts. Bayesian statistics can't save bad science. The anthropic principle is pretty cool, and it basically tells all theories of the universe that these theories have to allow for humans to eventually emerge, because we find ourselves in the universe, so that must be the case. Just like Bayes' theorem, which we talk about in this video, a lot of people misunderstand it and use it to suggest all kinds of wacky things, and some people think it's evidence of multiverses, but it's not. This anthropic principle will be true regardless if there is or if there isn't a multiverse. To give you an example of the anthropic principle and how it actually led to scientific discoveries is a dude called Fred Hoyle, who basically, you know, realized we're made of carbon, so the universe at some point must create carbon. And he basically used it to predict that an excited state of the carbon-12 nucleus must exist at a particular energy, which allows for 3 helium-4 nuclei to fuse into carbon-12 in the inside of stars. And so this basically then explained to us how all the heavy elements in the universe formed. And then 5 years later, the discovery of both the theoretical Hoyle state and the process to form it, which is the triple alpha process, was discovered by a nuclear physicist. And I'm skipping over a lot of buzz terms here because they're really complicated if you really want to understand them. But I basically wanted to get to the point where we basically understood where all the heavy elements in the universe come from, including on Earth and, you know, all the stuff in your body as well. So you are star stuff. Everything you're made of was made in the interiors of stars. And basically this all started with the anthropic principle and using anthropic reasoning. So it's a very valuable thing, but like I said, it's often used to promote pseudoscience. You got to be careful. 10 out of 10 video from Pewds. Who would have thought that he'd be teaching math? I don't know about you guys, but that was a pretty wholesome video. Just a handsome Swedish man teaching his sleepy little fluffball about Doomsday. Don't know about his conclusions or his mathematics, but look, it was fun. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And don't forget to send this video to PewDiePie.